It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken about a yard deep. It's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
7-yard line.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
The pass complete to number 29.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
10 at the 43-yard line.
And down to the 36-yard line here.
Ball carrier.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call it productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
And to give this time to the tailback. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them, perfect time to get it done.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
The pass.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big game downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short game.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And it's a clinic that we're seeing put on here so far. 6 for 6 first drive of the game for him passing.
You know, I'm a defensive guy, and while I'm admiring the heck out of what they're doing, throwing the ball around, all I keep thinking is this is where the quarterback has to go down. You've got to ruffle his timing, change things up, get some more pressure on him, because right now he's way too comfortable in throwing the ball downfield.
They'll look to throw here. This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So that drive spans 13 plays.
7. Explorers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
They'll take over.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
2-yard line.
And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
On 1st and 10, O'Neal. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Complete to number 84.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
And that gives him 9 for the season, and I've been around the game long enough to know this. 10 is the benchmark number, all right? People want to get to there because that really signifies that you've had the year that you've been looking for and also gives you respect around the league.
Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, O'Neal. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
To number 89.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
The tackle made.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, O'Neal. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Past the 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain. Brings up
on 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Operating from the gun. O'Neal. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
2 yards.
Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Explorers 3.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
At their own 24-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Now is the punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop the throw. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Off the play fake. O'Neal. Pressure comes and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, O'Neal. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
A loss of 19 yards.
You call plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun. O'Neal looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. 5 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 40.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 49-yard line.
And here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
44-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route.
The pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
Now here's a throw, it's complete. And this time not quite to the 30, it'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On first down, he'll drop to throw. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And his kick here is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
Beats 10. Explorers 3.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, O'Neal over the middle, complete. It's Wilkins. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Field. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 10 more there and another first down.
It's a gain of 10. And a Columbus first down.
Operating from the gun. O'Neal. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Complete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing again. O'Neal. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
He's NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, O'Neal. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. O'Neal. Throw left side complete. That's Lawrence.
O'Neal's pass.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Tackle made.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Oh, this defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, O'Neal. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
Beats 10, Explorers 6.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
27-yard line.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
With a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
The extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. That time, a 6-play drive.
Explorers 6.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, O'Neal, and he's got it. Got his man on the end round, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Throwing on first down, O'Neal. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. 4. Operating from the gun, O'Neal. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat, and it's the Pioneers who are out in front. The Pioneers looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. From there, let's head up to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. The Ravens seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Falcons still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So this a two-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
23-yard line.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, O'Neal dancing to his left. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Good work after the catch, gets them 15 and a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Let's go. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Looking now, and that's complete. It's a pickup set up a third down.
Number 86. 12 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Back to him on first down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
back
7.
to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
31-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Schroeder. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains.
The 20-yard line.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Receiver.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
That's complete. Right around the 80. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
The 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line of
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. A great play there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
It wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, O'Neal. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
Loss 7 yards. And it's...
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. O'Neal. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Those guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches.
On play action, they'll throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
3rd down and less than a yard.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down.
That's good.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 20.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
And this one is right through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game.
27, Explorers 6.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
He's brought down at the 40.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. From the gun, O'Neal. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 6.
On 3rd down, O'Neal can't get away, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And here now the offense heading back out there.
And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
It certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs?
That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Is good. Makes the score Beats 30, Explorers 6.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
Operating from the gun. O'Neal. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 1st down, O'Neal. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
11 yards there, 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st and 10, O'Neal. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
2nd and inches.
From the gun, O'Neal. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun, O'Neal. And he finds a man on the crossing route.
O'Neal's pass.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. O'Neal. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. From the gun, O'Neal. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Operating from the gun, O'Neal. And they're going to bury him back at the 11-yard line.
That keeps the score.
So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. And I think he got a yard to the 41. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Have confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a handoff here to his running back. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
behind the chain, 2nd and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
It's 3rd down and 12.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Beats 33. Explorers 12.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense. Man, that ain't made no sense.
After the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Now a handoff looking right. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now a handoff here to his running back, and this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Today's final score.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, they're such a good football team. They were at home. You know, you walked in and you looked at the advantages and you saw that they had most of them. It'd take a lot to try and even it up. I just thought 2 words for this ball game: methodical and predictable. And both of them came together.
So for Brooklyn, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.